There's one thing about me, I don't stop talking about things that I love. So when someone hashtags Maylene made me do it on Instagram, it kind of gets me thinking, what have I shared that you guys actually have found useful? This is kind of a collection. It is the anthology of ideas that I've shared with you guys that you have used and found actually useful. These are the things that define me as a chronic oversharer. I got a question box on Instagram and I said, what is the best thing I've influenced you to do? And these are the responses. I've only taken a peek so far, so we are on this journey together. Okay, the first thing that I see the most is the Writing Superstar song, the Writing Superstar chant. I actually just posted a video. Watch it if you haven't already. I'm sharing with you how I use it, what it is, the resource itself, and I'm really, really glad to see so many teachers using it. I think that is phenomenal, and if there's one thing that's like, oh, Maylene, the Writing Superstar song. Okay, what else do we have? Mason jars for my coffee. I'm working right now on a video where I share with you guys all about my coffee, but one of my favorite things ever is a double shot, like shaken espresso, like Starbucks has. Using a mason jar to shake your espresso, easy, game changer. Next one, digital planner. I love that you are digital planning now. You don't have to digital plan with my digital planner. Obviously, I did make mine and I use mine, and I've used mine for years. I love it. It should be on sale when you're watching this video, if you watch the video when it comes out, but digital planning is definitely a game changer and something I'm very happy to influence other people to do. Poetry. Okay, I love doing poetry in my first grade classroom. I feel like this video is just me mentioning other videos. I'm going to film a video all about my poetry routine once I get back into my classroom this year. Another big one, secret stories and rhyme magic. And a bunch of people grouped this together, which I find so funny. But they are two of my favorite resources to use in the classroom. I have a video all about phonics resources that I've posted for you guys if you are new to the channel, but I love the secret stories and I love rhyme magic. I am going to be posting a new rhyme magic video this year, kind of updating you and going more in depth with it, but it is my favorite thing to help get kids reading, and the secret stories cannot live without them. So definitely two really good ones there. Revel nails started during the pandemic and still going strong. I do my own dip nails at home. I just did these last night. A lot of times I do something fun, like I just did like tie-dye kind of nails. Saves me money. I don't like spending money getting my nails done at a salon. If you've been doing it during the pandemic, that means that you started right when I started. So we've been on this journey together. Next one, oh, this is from Madison. Primary Scouts read alouds. These are such a core component of my classroom now. It started back when I was teaching kindergarten and I found Alicia, Primary Scouts. Oh my goodness, she is so sweet, so kind. She works so hard. She has the best resources. And I absolutely love all of the new read alouds that she's introduced me to just through her product. Love her, will never stop using her, recommending her. She is my favorite. Coloring, I've been watching coloring YouTube videos. I do have a coloring YouTube video out. We're gonna stop doing the self-promo. I'm just gonna link everything in the description box for you guys. Coloring, I have my coloring stuff right here. I do keep it in my living room. It is now an official part of my living room decor, okay? This has been the most fun new hobby, right? Like, I spend 2 or 3 hours coloring in my coloring book, and it is just the most relaxing, joyful, wonderful thing. Where's the other one? Are you kidding? That's so cute. The best thing is I've heard from so many parents who've said, you got me into coloring and now I'm coloring with my kids. It's like a bonding experience. Like, that is so cool to me. I'm actually surprised at the amount of people who have said coloring. Ooh, another good one is iWords. These are the sight word cards that I use in my classroom. I have an affiliate link with them. I've been using them again since I've taught kindergarten. I didn't have them my first year. I didn't have to buy them. They sent them to me, but I would 100% buy these. And if I knew someone who was going into teaching kindergarten, first grade, this would be a really good gift to get for them. I adore them. I went out today and picked my first fragrance for the school year. Love this tradition. And I love that you are now starting this tradition. I associate scents with time periods in my life, same way that we associate albums music with certain periods in our life, smells can really take you back. And I started picking out a different fragrance for every year that I've been teaching. Nothing like crazy overwhelming, obviously, because I'm working with children, but it really does take me back to the year that I taught a group of kids just by smelling. So I'm going to share a video soon about the fragrances that I've picked. Book tracker. Okay, I love that you do this too. I started doing this my first year, and all you do is you keep track of books that you read with your students. You could do this like books that we read as a class, and anytime a student reads a book, add on. I just feel like that's a lot of work. But tracking read alouds is so exciting. My kids love it. They're so excited when we get to 100. They want to reach 100. And whenever we're done reading a book, they say, we got to add it to the book tracker. They love seeing that number go up. Self-care, girl. Part of the reason why I film and share so much with the world, I guess, is because you never know what is going to make a difference to someone. And you know what? Something as simple as self-care or ideas or things that you can do. I love that me just sharing things in an Instagram story can lead to a better life for someone else. And that sounds so dramatic. It's the little things, truly. I love that. Espresso machine. I think I mentioned earlier that I'm filming a video all about coffee and telling you guys about my espresso machine and everything. It's definitely one of the most used things in my house too. Secret stories, smart cookie jar, hello literacy, decodables. Should I continue? Again, all amazing things. The smart cookie jar is what I use as kind of like, excuse you, Tesla. She's like stretching on top of me. Man, I use a smart cookie jar as a center expectation reward jar. The woman who creates them made the cookie design for me, because before that I was originally using laminated cookies on a laminated piece of paper, but she started making these reward jars and I reached out and asked her if she could create a cookie one, and she did. So we now have smart cookies. I actually love seeing this all over classrooms. I think it's the cutest thing. Writing Superstar, Pokemon Day at school. Again, if you are new and you don't know what Pokemon Day is, I have a shared Google Drive for you. It's in the description box in all of my links. There's a button that says all of my links, and then you scroll down, you click free resources, and then there's different folders of different things that I share with you guys for free. And Pokemon Day is one of those activities. It covers measuring for first grade, and it's just the most fun day. So I love so much that other teachers are doing it too. Sign language in the classroom, multiple chants, and of course the Writing Superstar song. Sign language in the classroom is something that I think more teachers should look into incorporating into just their normal teaching. Coloring, digital classroom layout, the Writing Superstar song, time boxing. Okay, amazing things. Again, so digital classroom layout was actually the very first YouTube video I ever posted on YouTube. It's how to design your classroom in PowerPoint. Super in-depth. Time boxing is something that I posted about where we are like boxing and learning about time. So we'd be like 1 o'clock, 1, and you go down 30. It's so much fun. It helps kids with like shorthand, longhand, and just like going through the times on the clock. And it's also a really fun way to review. You have contributed to a lot of my growth as a teacher and may be obsessed with rhyme magic. One of the coolest things about being on the internet is seeing and sharing ideas with a whole community of people that you otherwise would not have met or heard from or seen ideas from. And a lot of the things I do are not, I don't think a lot of the things I do are like super revolutionary, and I don't think I'm like the greatest teacher in the world, but I do think it's cool that the things that I've shared have helped people in some way, shape, or form. I love that I can help other teachers grow because I feel like I'm constantly growing by watching other teachers, seeing other ideas shared online. I just think it's a really well reciprocated process that helps everyone all around. And I'm glad to be part of that. And along those lines, creating a teacher Instagram account. I think a lot of people truly underestimate the amount that they have to share. Again, like I said earlier, it's about the little things. Little things that you share could make a difference to someone. They could make a difference in someone's teaching practice, just in their general life. I think a lot of people underestimate their value because they're so used to being in their own community. But when you open up yourself to others, yes, you open yourself up to criticism and things like that, but you also give other people a chance to look in and learn things from you. And whether or not you feel like it, you probably have a lot more to offer than you think. Thin whiteboard, secret stories around magic book tracker. So the thin whiteboard, I think what you're talking about is my like whiteboard easel that I use in the classroom. That is definitely a good one. Going back into the classroom after 6 years, colored all summer. There's one thing about teaching, it's really hard to do if you don't want to be there. So the fact that you're going back into the classroom after 6 years and you're saying something that I did or said was part of that decision, that is really, really special to me. I'm not someone who shares positive, 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 positive. I share the ups, the downs, probably more than I should. No job is perfect. Teaching is something people can do for 20, 30 years or 2 or 3 years. It just depends. And I think that goes into play in the decision whether or not to teach, to continue teaching, to leave teaching, to go back into teaching. So much goes into that decision, but I love seeing people do what's best for them in the moment. People ask me all the time, what do you think about teachers leaving the classroom? What do you think about teachers doing this? And for the most part, I think good for you. You're doing what you need to do to be happy. You're doing what's best for you and your family. My classroom leaf rug, 3 years in and I still love it. Okay, this is like, to me, this is what makes my classroom my classroom. If something happened to that leaf rug, I would do a donor's choose and get a new one. I am obsessed. It is from Lakeshore. It is the largest size possible. It comfortably fits 25 kids. It can fit more. I give each kid a little learning leaf to sit on. Electric stapler and hole puncher. So far we've stayed away from like actually purchasing items. I mean, technically like the rug, but okay. I'm not saying you need an electric stapler. I'm not saying you need an electric hole puncher, but I am saying if you made the investment in it, you wouldn't regret it. Made a sound wave with my first C-Spire light and sound unit. This was something that I actually did for the first time this past year. And I love that now you're gonna be doing it too. We can do it every year together. Baked chocolate chip cookies. And whenever I share the cookies, I always have to share the recipe because everyone's obsessed. They're amazing. Sorry, not sorry. Buy a ton of read-alouds for my classroom. Best decision ever. I want to preface this by saying, I do not think teachers should have to buy everything in their classroom. I don't think they should have to buy books and read alouds. If your school can do this for you, absolutely ask them, double check them, see what your library has. But read alouds are one of the best investments that you can make for your classroom. And it is the thing that I recommend that, for example, people studying education ask me all the time, what can I get for my classroom right now? I usually say, save your money, but if there's something you want to buy books. And you can get used books, bookstores, whatever. Read alouds will never be a waste of money. Yes, you can pull up a YouTube video of someone else reading the story. It is not the same. Absolutely not the same. Most recently, the Polaroid, but many more. I just bought a Polaroid camera for the first time. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. I think I have it linked to my Amazon for you below. It's really great. Also a really great gift if you're a mom out there and you have like a teenager. This is a really great gift. It looks very cute and retro, but it doesn't automatically print a Polaroid. You can choose whether or not to print it. You can preview it before you print it, and you can send photos from your phone to the camera and print them. So it is a really great gift. So we put worst thing, bread. I can't make it for the life of me, and if I could, I'd eat a whole loaf daily. Fabletics. I'm wearing Fabletics leggings right now. We're getting comfy cozy. Using picture cards in my calm down corner, so helpful in a duh moment. Okay, I didn't have it my first year. My calm down corner was very simple my first year. It was just a chair. I had my worry plaque, but this changed the game for me because students can identify like, this is how I'm feeling. And then also, this is something that I can do that will help me. And then also, this is an exit strategy. And I have pictures for all of them. Jess said the worst thing was bread, but somebody else said starting sourdough. I have a video I'm filming Friday where I'm going to be talking about my sourdough. Play Overcooked with my hubby. All right, raise your hand if you play Overcooked and argue with your spouse or significant other every time you play. Because I do. But it's so much fun. Overcooked is a really great two-person co-op game. Me and my husband play it on the Switch. You can play it on Xbox. I don't know what else it's on, but it is a good time. It is also very stressful. Authenticity, confidence, trying new things. I mentioned earlier in the video that with teaching, I don't just share like the positive, positive, positive. Same thing with my life. I share the ups and the downs. I'm sure there are people who think it's overboard or it's excessive, but I just feel like if you find somebody that you can relate to, you can listen to them a little bit more. You're not going to hear what someone is saying if you don't care about them as a person. And so I feel like the fact that I've been able to connect with so many of you and like care about you and you care about me leads to so many more doors being opened, even, you know, in our mental space. And really appreciate the fact that me sharing just normal everyday things and being authentic in the way that I speak about things resonates with even just you. Lots of coloring ones recently. This is a new thing for me. I only started it this summer. Fun that we're all out here just coloring together. If you are learning, you are participating. Be a leader, not a boss. Love learning from you. Those are two phrases that I say all the time in my classroom. If you're learning, you are participating. Be a leader, not a boss. Adult SpaghettiOs, the whole cookbook. Okay, I obviously love to cook and I love SpaghettiOs. But if you've never tried to make adult SpaghettiOs, you should. I have a highlight on my Instagram, cooking your recipes or something, but it's from the Daily Harvest cookbook. I think we need to make those soon. Those are so good. See, you're influencing me right back. They are so tasty. Carbonara too. Okay, so me and my husband actually honeymooned in Italy, and I learned that carbonara is one of the best things ever to have been invented. I've made this with you guys on the channel before. I have probably highlights in my Instagram. It's so simple, so delicious. Everyone needs to learn how to make carbonara. Saving anchor charts, cookie butter latte. I had that this morning. I just love how gentle you are with yourself. It helps me feel validated as a fellow teacher. That's probably much more important than people think. I feel like I say all the time that I'm giving myself grace. I'm constantly, even teaching, what is this? This is gonna be my 6th year teaching, technically. Even going into year 6 of teaching, things don't feel, I don't feel like I'm an expert in things. I also feel like it's important to constantly feel like you are growing, and that can sometimes lead to self-doubt, questioning, which it's important to, you know, it is important to reflect and seek help where you need to, but also it's important to give yourself grace. It's important to realize the things you are doing well, the things you're doing right, the fact that you're showing up for yourself, whatever that looks like. I just think in general, it's important to be gentle with yourself. And my camera battery died, but I also think it's important to acknowledge that things are not going to feel the same way 100% of the time. Normal people have ups and downs. And if you're not gentle with yourself and your expectations for yourself and the way that you handle things, I think your whole outlook can change and be completely different just with the way that you speak to yourself. Anyways, I love this so much. Trying a new hobby. Another thing, okay, I love sharing my hobbies. I also am childless. I have way more time on my hands. I think for me, hobbies definitely are something that is more igniting like that child in me, the one that, you know, wanted to do ice skating when she was growing up and never could. And having new hobbies as an adult is actually indescribable. It's so much fun and you feel like you are nurturing the child in your soul. It is, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy. I think I made a whole list of hobbies. So if you're looking for some ideas, here are some ideas, just hobbies that I've done, but little things that can spark joy in your life are really, really important. Poetry, exercise, tracking workouts, color, get excited about being in the classroom, workout trackers, t-shirt over the dress. Love that you do that. Room decor, my classroom rug. Pick up more hobbies, always inspired by how many cool things you try. Okay, I have someone say, read Fourth Wing and get hooked. And then I have someone else who said, Fantasy Fangirls podcast. Both of those together, 10 out of 10. I love Fourth Wing. I love fantasy books. And the Fantasy Fangirls podcast is especially top tier. They just go into a deep dive on theories, talk about books. It's like nerdy, wonderful. Specifically ice skating lessons. Guys, ice skating looks easy. It's not. It is not easy at all. When I first started lessons, I was obviously with very, very, very little children. Now I'm with older children for the most part and some adults, but it's something that I do just for me, for my own growth, for my own progress, to stay active, to constantly remind myself that challenging things are good. I play Here to Slay and got the Half-Baked Harvest Cookbook because of you. Okay, Here to Slay is also a really fun game that you can play with your partner. I love it so much, and it has the cutest little, they're not called monsters, guys that you collect. It's adorable and cute and so fun, and if you have someone at home that you can play with, definitely pick it up. It's like my favorite game. Lotta from Stockholm Clogs. I get asked all the time, where are my clogs from? They are Lotta, and I love them. I love them a Lotta. Cringy. Major throwback, but those very specific pepper chips at Trader Joe's. They are ghost pepper chips. If you go to Trader Joe's, pick them up and try them. They are a little spicy. They are not ghost pepper spicy. They're a little spicy. They're so good though. Stories around magic. Get it creamy and make protein ice cream. My favorite way to consume protein is through ice cream, and the best protein ice cream is the protein ice cream you make at home. Coffee, drink, sunflower craft, mini school activities, outfit. Basically, I just copy you. See, the best part about the internet is feeling like you have a best friend. L'Oreal Fairest Nude Lipstick. Love that lipstick. Get back into hobbies, try new things, getting roller skates. Okay, I know I just had that whole discussion with you about trying new things. I am scared of roller skating. You should know I can't roller skate. I haven't been roller skating since I've learned to ice skate, but ice skating was really hard for me because I couldn't rollerblade. And I see so many videos of people who are out there on like the 4 roller skates, like the actual roller skates with the 2 wheels and 2 wheels, but it looks so scary to me. I know you guys have like your helmet and your knee pads, but like having to do it outside on concrete and hard surfaces, like that just looks terrifying. So I admire you. This is a good one. Wipe it clean, can't be seen. That's my little callback. One of my callbacks that I do with my kids with their whiteboards. Started using whiteboard callbacks my very first year. Made them, created them, used them ever since, and I love that you're using them too. Literally so many things that would take an hour to list probably. I love you. I love you too, Tay. Teach. Fair enough. Coloring book, ice skating, start reading again. My relationship with reading has always been a strong one. I've always loved to read. I remember the year I got my very first tax return back. It was like $1,000-something in college. I spent every single penny of it on books. Books that are currently in my garage because I now have a Kindle. So I'm gonna sell those on Facebook Marketplace or something. But I also feel like I go in phases where I read a lot and then I don't read as much, and I read a lot and then I don't read as much. One of the things that's made a huge difference for me personally is my Kindle. I have a Kindle Oasis now. She didn't mention it, but it's something that actually keeps me reading. Too many to name. Perfume, writing, superstar song, whiteboard callbacks, weekly read aloud routine, certain anchor charts. I've learned so much from you. This is coming from someone who has been friends with me on Instagram for like 5 years now, so it's really cool to see. And I love seeing that people who have been with me from the start are still on the ride. It was a lot, but it was really fun. I think that sharing on the internet is something people assume is really easy to do, when in fact it's not that easy to do. And the other difficult thing is people can misread your intentions with what you share and how you share it and what you say in your opinion. At the end of the day, I think what people want most is connection, and it is true we spend way too much time on our phones, on social media, on our devices, but for some people, and I think about this all the time, for some people, the people that they know online can really make a difference in their real everyday day-to-day life. I know I personally have gotten so close with so many people online who have really made the difference in my own daily life. I think it's something that can be easily downplayed or overlooked, but being happy and helping others will never be something that is a bad thing to me. I love getting to be part of your life in whatever way, shape, or form. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. The idea of this video in my head was a little bit cringy to do, but I like the idea of sharing helpful things with other people, and I thought it'd be fun to just sit and kind of chat with you guys. So if you had fun, like this video, leave me a comment down below and say hi. I'm so excited to hear from you guys, and I will see you in the next, subscribe and join the family down below, and I will see you in the next one.